exciting edition of NBA basketball. And on tap tonight, it's the Dallas Mavericks going up against the Los Angeles Clippers here at the Staples Center. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Let's take a look at Dallas. They like where they stand right now, perched in that topmost position. And, of course, the Clippers, right on their heels and with their sights set on gaining ground.
And right now for the Clippers, they're proving that all the talk we heard about them in the preseason was warranted. What a role this group's been on here early on.
It appears to me, though, that this group has all the ingredients for a special season.
And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge. John.
Thank you, Kevin.
They've got great chemistry, David, just like you and I do. Thanks for that report. And this must be a time of year, Clark, when teams are still working on their chemistry, everybody getting comfortable with their roles.
Well, you know, hopefully that's been established by now, Kevin. And even this early, you'd like that to be kind of anchored in. There's not a lot of time for the feeling out process in the NBA. You know, once the games start for real, they come pretty fast and furious.
Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. We've got Doncic. He's out there with Jalen Brunson. Green is out there with Dwight Powell. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 4. And for the Clippers, George and Zubac inside at the 4 and the 5. Reggie Jackson out there with Powell. And it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. Here's George. No good that time. And it's Dallas the other way. Brunson with it. And he can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game. George against Doncic. And George gets it to go.
George, no stranger to dealing with contact and still finishing the shot.
And we all know what George brings offensively. But it's his ability as a defender that stands out. Great instincts to make plays on that end of the floor.
Doncic kicks to Green. Just 5 on the clock. And the rejection by Zubac. Dallas making a switch here. Bullets. Checked in.
Basketball. Maverick substitution. Reggie Bullock.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And with Paul George and his defense, Greg, you almost forget how great of an impact it makes.
He just kind of flies under the radar with his defensive play. I mean, this guy could be considered for the Defensive Player of the Year almost every year. One of the more disruptive forces on that end of the floor.
Brunson the pass to Powell. Doncic outside. Just 5 to shoot. Leonard with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Powell, no one around him. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson. Using his poise and vision to make a play.
Back to Brunson. Pass to Powell. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And this is the first time they've matched up with the Mavericks this year.
And facing a squad that poses some challenges. I mean, they beat them in the playoffs, but lost the regular season series.
Yeah, I think this could go either way. I mean, they've had the upper hand most recently, but you play the games because you don't know how it's going to play out.
Goes back up. Here's Leonard. That shot, no good. Great D that time from Powell. Drives to the hoop. And he gets the bucket.
Boy, what a brilliant find by Doncic.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Clippers leading by 3. Passes to Zubac. And that one goes out of bounds. Touched by Zubac. Let's see the stat sheet here for Ivica Zubac.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
And so Powell will bring it up for Dallas. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
And for me, guys, that's what I call a character game. I mean, they could have closed up shop. It would have been easy to just let that one go and get ready for the next one. But they fought back. I mean, and that mental fortitude that they displayed there is one of the reasons why they're such a good team.
Being as far down as they were, as late as they were down, I mean, that should feel really good to that group to come away with the win.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Bertanis, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Green comes in for Reggie Bullock. Dinwiddie's checked in for Jalen Brunson. And Trey Burke subbed in for Luka Doncic. And there's a minute 45 left in the first quarter. Here's Coffey. Hands it from downtown.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
In the corner, Powell with it to the inside. Bertanis. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
The Clippers in the lead. Here's Mann. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Three-pointer. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
And a guy with more of a mid-range game. Morris can still jack it up from deep if you give him enough space and time.
Burke, the pass to Bertanis. On the wing, Green. 5 on the clock. Down low. Here's Powell. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
Yeah, Powell showing you right there that he can play through contact. Very physical and good concentration, too, to get that up and down.
Los Angeles leading by 3. And that's a foul called on Dwight Powell. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, quick foul to pick up right away here in the first quarter.
A different look for Dallas. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dwight Powell. Marjanovic subbed in for Davis Bertans. Dinwiddie against Kennard. Dinwiddie with the rebound. Outside, Green. It's hauled in by Coffey. From deep. And that one released in time, but no good. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. The Clippers on top, leading by 3.
Your Clippers Spirit.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Clippers.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And the other thing, though, is their execution in terms of their ball movement has been flawless. Sets up a lot of easy scoring opportunities.
And the Mavericks with possession here. It's a 3-point game. And now brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for the Mavericks, we've got Green. Marjanovic is out there with Maxi Kleber. Then there's Burke, and it's Dinwiddie in at the shooting guard.
Well, one thing that stands out when you look at Maxi Kleber over the years is dramatic improvement as a shooter.
Greg, you know what that's all about. Simply, the young man has put the work in. He's been in the gym. That stroke has gone from a weakness to the strength of his game.
And that one falls for Kleber. Now with guys like Joel Embiid, Nikola Jokic, we've seen, Clark, the resurgence of the center position in the NBA.
Yeah, how about that, Kevin? A little bit of back to the future, because historically centers were the go-to guys on title teams when you look at the history of the game. Even though we've shifted to a perimeter game, we've seen the skilled big men have MVP caliber seasons the last several years.
And a moment here to check out the numbers for George. He's putting up about 21 points per, just over 2 steals and 6 rebounds. And he's such a big part of what they do offensively.
Yeah, he's just got that nice feel, that sixth sense, knowing where to be on the floor to help his teammates generate points.
And there's the pass to Ntilikina. Back to Dinwiddie. Pass to Marjanovic. Brown feeling it out a bit. There's a screen by Marjanovic. Shot clock at 5. Here's Dinwiddie. A miss that time. Would have put him up. And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Paul George has taken some heat in recent years. He says people get so caught up in what other folks think. I'm Paul George. I don't care to be anybody else. I am who I am. You love it or you don't. Simple as that.
Paul George.
Guys, with his play on the floor, he has answered all of his critics.
He is certainly playing at an elite level. DA, thank you. The Mavericks have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And Dinwiddie's very cerebral.
And you know what, Greg? I love what he said. I mean, he said, I think there's a difference between internal confidence and situational confidence. That's a beautiful, profound statement. He believes in himself regardless of his environment and attributes that belief to his upbringing and his family support.
Powell, the pass to Leonard. Here's Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
And how about that find by Leonard to a wide-open shooter? He's only getting better at seeing those gaps.
It's Powell with the drive. Here's Jackson. Kleber with the rebound. Mavericks trail by 3. Dinwiddie left side. Here's Ntilikina. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Marjanovic, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throw.
And he makes the first.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. And the Clippers call time here. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys are defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Yeah, and it's not easy to do. Much easier said than done, but they're capable of making it happen. It just comes down, I think, to will and desire.
Davis Bertans checks in for the Mavericks. Leonard with the ball. Now Green defending. Leonard against Green. Leonard kicks to Jackson. And the Clippers miss again. The Mavericks trailing. Here's Brunson. And need there. It's Powell on the wing. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Powell's got 5 now.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Brunson the pass to Doncic. to Finney-Smith. Back to Doncic. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Clippers leading by 3. Jackson has the open look. No good from outside. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And the dunk by Doncic.
And, you know, you look at Doncic for a forward. This guy handles the ball extremely well. He's terrific at creating for himself off the dribble.
Here's Leonard. It's rebounded by Brunson. Dallas has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Speedy drive by Doncic. That doesn't quite go together. He usually is going at his home pace, but he does take advantage of holes when he sees it.
Green against Leonard. Over Green. Leonard, no luck. For Dallas, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Green kicks to Bertans. He dishes it to Doncic. Ertzenes, the pass to Doncic. The Clippers grab the miss. George dishes to Leonard. 36 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Foul. That's good.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that he can afford to give.
Doncic against Jackson. Bertans, a screen on Jackson. Here's Doncic. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubac has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. George against Doncic. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Luka Doncic.
You know, Paul George is one of the most versatile forwards in the game, and he's in his prime right now. Probably the top 2-way player in the league in this position.
And both free throws good for Paul George.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Here he goes, and it's blocked.
And a rare block shot from Morris. He anticipates the move and just times it out perfectly.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even bet.
Thanks.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after.
And taking a look at the bottom of the standing. Let's move our focus back now to the... And that's a halftime wrap.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Mavericks trail by 4. The stars of the team, Leonard and George, are the forwards. Norman Powell is out there with Reggie Jackson. And it's Zubac in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's who's out there for the Clippers. That shot misses. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Powell for 3. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Powell's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Clippers. Powell with the screen. Dinwiddie kicks to Bullock. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Clippers leading by 7. Powell for 3. Dinwiddie with the rebound. The Mavericks shooting has been wayward so far. Only 37% from the floor. Burke, the pass to Dinwiddie. Into the lane. It's Reggie Jackson with the rebound.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Make some noise. Your Clippers pick.
Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Kawhi Leonard, and it's Kennard in for Powell. Here's Doncic. 6 points for him. Passes it to Kleba. Outside, Green. Brunson the pass to Kleba. And here's Doncic from the arc. The Clippers grab the miss.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. As NBA revenues climb into the tens of billions of dollars, teams have even more resources to compete. Staffs are growing with more coaches, trainers, and specialists, so general managers have more to manage than ever. Generally, the best organizations are those that effectively collaborate and communicate across the board. Kevin?
And DA, as we know, that's always been the case. Thank you. Here's George. Lays it up off the glass. George has got the lead up to 9 now for the Clippers.
And George is so smart, so crafty on the dribble. He's just got an excellent way of controlling the ball and his body as he's dribbling.
Brunson against Kennard. Shot clock at 6. Here's Doncic. Count it. Doncic has got 8.
Boy, what balance from Doncic. I mean, he never seems to get rattled, even when he attracts contact on the way to score. Maintains his poise in those situations extremely well for a young player.
Time for T-shirts. All right, look who's coming on the court. Come on, get loud for your
And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Maxi Kleba. Frank Ntilikina is checked in for Luka Doncic. And Trey Burke subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Good ball movement here by the Clippers.
2 minutes
Swiped away.
in the third quarter. 2 minutes.
Here's Finney-Smith. No points in the game yet for him. Green kicks to Finney-Smith. In the corner, Marjanovic with it. The pass to Burke. Back to Marjanovic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That shot missing, and it's the Clippers taking it the other way.
Well, 1 year at Virginia Tech and 3 more at Florida for Dorian Finney-Smith before going undrafted in 2016.
Well, Greg, you think about it, he also had a year in college, an extra year because he transferred. So that may have scared some teams off, his age and how long he spent in college. But I tell you what, if you're a pro and you've got pro ability and pro attitude, it's going to come out. And he's made an impact in the NBA from day one.
Green dishes to Burke. Back to Green. From deep. And with the rebound. Clippers leading by 9. And the rejection by Marjanovic. Driving in. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And when Ntilikina is penetrating with force, the defense has to act. Love the aggressiveness.
Frank Ntilikina, shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. So for the Clippers, Leonard comes in for Nicholas Batum. And Norman Powell subbed in for Luke Kennard. Powell, he's jacked in for the Mavericks. Doncic comes in for Trey Burke. And so he hits both.
And Ntilikina has a ton of potential, guys. A pass-first point guard with tremendous vision.
Doncic with the steal. Pass to Finney-Smith. Doncic feeling it out. Kicks to Powell. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Shoots from the elbow. Off the left rim and out.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Here's Leonard. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
A superstar who really kind of keeps to himself. Leonard truly leads by example, and it's produced titles.
He's off on the second. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And it's been there. And let's take a listen now to Coach Tyronn Lue.
Right play like you've been doing all night, all right?
Come on, fans.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. They're leading by 8 on the floor for Dallas. Reggie Bullock is out there with Maxi Kleber. Then there's Doncic. Then there's Davis Bertans. And it's Dinwiddie in at the point guard. And Doncic, here we go. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
Doncic is able to blow by opponents and make them pay. Even though he's not the greatest athlete, he's sneaky quick.
Pass to Leonard. Goes up on the high post. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
That's his second personal foul.
And there was a slight panic in L.A. when Kawhi opted out of his deal. It quickly went away as Kawhi signed a new one with the Clippers. The Clippers can build knowing Kawhi is in it for the long haul. Always nice to know you have a star that you can win with.
Luke Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Reggie Jackson comes in for Norman Powell. George passes to Leonard. Shoots over Brown. Nobody near George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 4 assists in the game. Mavericks trail by 14. To the middle. Here's Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Par for the course for Luka Doncic. Just one of those games where he's got it on cruise control.
Los Angeles has gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball.
Not sure what he was thinking about with that pass. Just sailed it right out of bounds.
Zubac is checked in for Marcus Morris. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. And Doncic, here we go. And that one, good.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
George against Brown. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Inside. Leonard kicks to Zubac. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Kennard's shot is off.
You look at him, and he's a little hit and miss from there, even without a defender in his face. No guarantee.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim.
Well, you got to make that moment last. Enjoy it for as long as you can.
Here's George. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top. But instead, he'll shoot free throws. It's on Luka Doncic. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
And they've made the long range look like a layup at times in this one, guys.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Bertans. Marjanovic comes in for Sterling Brown. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. A different look for Dallas. Dorian Finney-Smith checked in for Marjanovic. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Dinwiddie. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to listen in on what Jason Kidd was talking about with his players. And he was emphatic. He said, we are not going to win this game playing this way, fellas. You've got to step it up. You've got to get aggressive. And you've got to battle to get back in this thing. See if that pep talk got him going.
Thanks, David.
You know, after averaging just 1 assist per game as a rookie, George has really upgraded his passing game.
Doncic against Jackson. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Now he's checked in for Los Angeles.
Clippers ball. Now into the lineup for your Clippers, Norman Powell.
Clippers leading by 10.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
George looking around. Doncic with the block.
You know, he's not super fast, but the reflexes of Doncic are quick. He's able to jump on the shot and take it away. That's just instinct and understanding how to play.
The Clippers have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
But, you know, I hear you. That's a good look. But when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
He gets it in there. Doncic has got 10 points now just in this quarter.
That's just a fantastic decision from Doncic, seeing a chance to go to work inside and taking it.
Here's Leonard. He kicks to Powell. Kleba against Zubac. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots from the line. And it's George missing.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
They set the pick. Doncic passes to Kleba, and Zubac picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Clearly, he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Green, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith.
Offensively, there's nothing Doncic can't do. I mean, consistency with the three ball being one of the few things left that he has to refine.
Bullock passes to Doncic. Back to Bullock. Feeds it to Green. Stolen by George. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile one block.
Quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Powell finds George. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 5 to shoot. Passes it to Jackson. Over Doncic.
Boy, Doncic showing some nice energy there, challenging that shot on defense. Well done.
Oh, good with the triple.